that the only way to make the cost of compliance manageable is to make it a smaller proportion of your overall business as possible. And hence, it's all about scale, and it's all about using technology efficiently to try and meet the compliance challenge. So we have a number of compliance issues, challenges, requirements, but at its centre, and one that we're actually late to deploy because we found it hard to address, is mobile recording. So I think if we talk to any MIFID regulated entity like ourselves, MIFID has the regulation environment generally has got lots of tentacles. It's got lots of requirements, and everybody, just like ourselves, are trying to find technology solutions to try and make that manageable and cost effective. The regulator requirement is fairly black and white, and I'm using air quotes here when I say this. It was simple, and in essence, what all the regulator really needs is for calls to be recorded where they may lead to a transaction. Now, we've got plenty of history with recording our inbound and outbound traffic, which goes in and out of our offices. But MIFID 2 shone a spotlight on extending that requirement to mobile calls. So the regulator requirement is fairly simple. They just need the calls to be recorded, and they need to be of a quality that is fit for purpose. And they need our own compliance staff to be able to query, research, review, download, share, interrogate those calls. So basically, if there's a regulatory question that needs to be answered, that the system would almost be transparent, and it would just allow easy access to that call data. So the regulator would probably, at least pretend that their requirements were fairly clear and unambiguous and easy to meet. I'm sure Tom's technical colleagues might argue with that. The other bigger challenge we had was the user experience. And in a way, I think the solutions for mobile call recording are 10 a penny if you just want to look like you're ticking that box where the call gets recorded. In reality, for us, we were looking for a few things that we found very difficult to find outside of people like Mobius. One of them was the ability to record calls at the network level, not the device level. That was a kind of a deal breaker for us. Another one was the ability to handle the traffic over the regular GSM connections, as well as using data. Because again, lots of providers are using IP-based telephony solutions. And I think Mobius offer that as an option, but you're not constrained by that.
Right.
And finally, we wanted it to be easy for our users in terms of, we wanted them to take the minimum number of steps required to be able to meet this requirement. So, the user interface and ease of use were key for us as well. So for us, we wanted the user experience to be as easy and as high quality as possible. And when you shine that light harshly on the other providers, I think you'll find that for the reasons I've outlined, people like Mobius float to the top pretty quickly.